Good afternoon, we're at the meeting for the Auburn Housing Authority, September 10th, 2019. I would stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. There's no citizens here, so there'll be no citizens' comment. And I will turn the meeting over to Laurie.
Okay, the first thing that we need to look at is this is the capital fund budget for the state. Okay, so what we did is in 20, we're gonna plug in like the roofs start at Pheasant Court, like to finish it, if there's anything that, and that's where the gutters are gonna come in. You know how you voted for gutters the other day?
Yep.
Well, that's where that's coming in. And then we're gonna start, finish up the windows at Packagug. We started it, we gotta finish it. We gotta finish the sidewalks at Packagug in the front. We started it, we have to finish it. We have to finish the windows at Pheasant Court. We started them, we have to finish them. So that's what all this is. We're gonna clean up the projects that we started. We're gonna buy the additional materials, and then we're gonna finish them. Okay, so that's what that is. And then going forward, we need to start replacing the roofs at Packagug Village in the front. The back has been done, but the front hasn't. And some of those roofs are looking a little,
Shabby.
yeah, looking shabby. So that's where the money for 2021 is gonna start coming in.
No leaks, right?
No leaks, no. It's just, they need to be done.
Oh, sure.
It's been long. And then in 2022, if you follow that down, we're gonna start replacing the hallways in the front of Packagug. The hallways are in tough shape. So there's money for that. We're gonna look at replacing stoves, but we wrote this in the budget, but I'm gonna try to get the stoves.
To a grant or something?
Well, the stove's not really, but the refrigerators can go through the grant. But when we do one, we're gonna try to do them
Right.
all at once, okay?
Yeah.
And then the flooring, any of the flooring when we have to replace it, when we turn over a unit, that's where the flooring comes in, because we always end up spending a lot of money because the carpets get soiled to the point where you can't clean them or ripped. So we have to always budget money in the capital for flooring. That's carpets and linoleum, okay? And then if you look at 2023, we've got the stove hood vents at the village in the front. The hood vents above the stove. We did Pheasant Court, and now we're gonna do the old section of PV in 23. And then in 24 is where the paving comes in. Like at Pheasant Court, the driveways, we gotta look at those driveways, we gotta look at the roadway, because we own the road. So we budgeted some money in there for that. So that if push comes to shove and we have a problem, the more work items we have in the plan that you've already voted on, it's easier to just move the money up. Do you know what I mean?
If you have to, yeah.
Right, so that's why if in the event that we had a leak and we had to get somebody to come in order for it to be covered under the capital as
Right.
opposed to operating, you need it to be in the plan. But
Right.
because it's in the plan, all we'll have to do is move it up, and then we can take the money and put it towards the capital, because it's already been voted on by the board.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But if the stuff isn't in there, then you have to go through all kinds of drama, and it comes out of the operating budget, and that's not how it's supposed to be
No.
done. It should all be in the plan. So we included as much stuff as we could think of that we knew of right now, and then going forward, we gotta look at the water softeners and all the other things. But
Right.
we gotta clean up some of these projects before we get carried away,
Right.
okay?
Yeah, we have
So-
to make sure they get done.
Right, so that's what you're gonna vote on now is that you've seen this and it looks good to you. But it's basically a cleanup of projects that have been started. And in the future, we threw some stuff in the event that we have to replace some stuff on the fly.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay? So
That's good.
so that's your first
So
vote.
how do you want the motion to be?
That you're gonna vote to accept the state capital plan as presented. And this is the presentation.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Perfect.
Opposed? None.
Now, the other vote was about the executive director salary worksheet. So when they asked for the contract, you voted on the contract last week, but this needs to be a separate vote. And they want to guarantee that the board has seen what my salary is and what the breakdown is and who's paying for what, and because I'm split between the federal program and the state program,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
so it's prorated by the number of units. So that's what this is. Now, I haven't received a raise in 3 years. So that's why it's saying, 17 and 18
Yeah.
and 19 going forward, because all the dollar amount stays the same and the proration has stayed the same. Do you know what I mean? It hasn't changed because the salary hasn't changed.
Right.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to vote that you've seen this,
See the worksheet.
yet that you vote to,
Approve the local
Approve.
housing authority director's salary accumulation worksheet.
there you go.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
I
Aye. Any discussion? Or should I ask? Apologize.
just like a copy of that one that you're sending in.
You got it right there.
No, but I mean with filled out.
It's all filled out.
It's all filled out, Roberta.
Oh, yes, it is. Doesn't look to me like it was.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None.
It's filled out.
Thanks. All filled
If it
out.
applies to me.
If it
going.
applies to.
If so you're gonna
Right.
see things that have left
That's
blank
right.
because it doesn't apply.
That's right.
Because we don't have Section 8, we don't have
That's
we don't have different programs. So anything that applies to me, Gary has filled out.
Okay.
Right,
okay.
It's all filled out, yeah, in the back.
You see
That's
that,
what I
Roberta?
I'm going there. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
And this is where you
Oh, yeah, I
have to
gotta sign
sign.
it.
That's why there's so many blanks though, because it
Yes.
doesn't apply to me.
Okay. That's what,
Right.
I was looking at that besides.
Yep.
Yes. Okay.
Today's the 10th.
Yes, today's the 10th.
You go.
All right, so that's it. That's all I have.
Any members got anything?
I just have a question. Were you able to find out when our next meeting
No,
is going to be?
not yet.
Okay. Well, why I'm asking is, we have to find out when Gary can be here to do
Mm-hmm,
the budget
Right,
mm-hmm,
yeah,
and the questions that I had.
mm-hmm.
yeah, no problem.
We're cleaning up one
Right.
before we get into another,
That's right.
so that we don't make a mistake.
Absolutely. That's important.
Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? None. Thank you, everybody.